Hi. Okay, welcome to my video, how to get him back in 3 easy steps. So maybe you are experiencing heartbreak, end of a long-term relationship, end of even a short-term relationship. Even when you've been dating someone for a short amount of time, you can be experiencing enormous pain. We get so attached. You may be feeling that you are sure that you were right for each other. If only he would see that. You're thinking about him constantly. And the thought of him meeting someone else just drives you crazy. You want to be back in his arms again and feeling his kisses and making plans for the future. So, long term, you can't get a masculine energy man to do anything that he doesn't want to do. So, short term, maybe you can, you can there can be strategies you can put in place to kind of maybe get someone connected with you temporarily. But when we're talking long term, actually, these 3 steps are going to be, they're not strategies. If you know my work, you know I don't work in strategies. However, I work in a way and give you tools that are far more powerful than strategies. A strategy is a short-term fix. A Whereas what I'll teach you are ways that you can create inner strength inside of you that will give you the ability to create um, long-term results for yourself. Okay, so the very first um, step to getting him back is getting your power back. So you can do this by taking personal responsibility. So much of what I do is about personal responsibility, not saying, what did I do wrong? Why did he end it with me? But actually asking yourself and getting to know yourself. What felt good in the relationship? What actually felt good? What did I love? What lit me up? What made me feel cherished? What made me feel adored? And I invite you to just write all of that down. What felt good? What made me feel like I was in a partnership, or that this man was someone who could be potentially my forever guy? Then ask yourself, what didn't feel good? Because you will have had kind of gut feelings and gut instincts that you will have ignored because there's so much chemistry going on. We get invested in an idea of a future with someone. I know, I know. I've been there so many times. So now is an opportunity to ask yourself, what didn't feel good? Actually, what were the red flags? What was my gut feeling saying? What was my inner knowing? And where was I responsible? Was I getting completely overinvested in the idea of this guy before he had actually qualified himself? Were you kind of subtly changing yourself to impress him? I've been there. I've done that. I know that we can be intelligent, accomplished women, but sometimes we still want to slightly change ourselves to be more of what we think he wants us to be. Did you have gut feelings about this relationship that you were ignoring? And they may have just been gut feelings, which were um, he that maybe communication wasn't great, or you felt that there's something he wasn't telling you, and you didn't actually broach that subject. Now, this isn't to kind of say to beat yourself up and say, "Oh my God, I'm a bad person," but it's actually just to go, "How interesting! What was there? What were the things that were flagged up to me?" And all of this starts to give you your power back over the situation. You're not powerless. You're not just being tossed around in the ocean. You are actually kind of on the boat with the paddle and going, right, yeah, I can steer this direction. Okay, the next step to get him back is getting yourself back, coming back to you. This is about taking responsibility for your happiness and well-being. Now, if you are anything like me, I have anxious attachment tendencies for sure. And it's so easy to give a man the job of filling up the void that we have within us, taking care of that anxiety within us, making us feel Like, what we can do is, like, our sense of joy and self-worth can start to depend on his morning messages. And if his morning message doesn't come, that can make our day feel off. So, getting yourself back, coming back to you, is taking again responsibility for your happiness and your well-being. So, what's important to you? You know, what have you always loved doing? Where did you neglect yourself in the relationship? You know, did you stop pursuing your hobbies? Did you stop working out? Did you stop seeing your friends regularly? Did you stop playing sports? Do you love meditating? Does that bring you peace? Does that soothe your soul? Maybe there were creative hobbies that you just gave up because actually he loved doing other things. So you wanted to be with him and do those things with him. Did you love hiking? Do you love being in nature? Does that light you up? Does that soothe your soul? And go and do all of those things, even if your heart is broken. Go, get out in nature, create and rediscover your juicy life. And that doesn't mean always feeling fabulous and powerful and juicy, because if your heart is broken, you're beating yourself up, you're feeling awful, we want to honor that. And you can still just feel all of that, but feel it while you're getting on with your life and doing things. An independent woman who loves herself and her life is one of the number one most attractive things to a man. I'm telling you now. So, this is a tool for life. This is in my coaching, I call this universal dating. This is dating yourself, having a hot date with the universe, getting out there in your life and making it juicy and making it full. So the man isn't the whole of your life. The third step is getting your trust back. It's about trusting yourself. Okay, trusting yourself. You did nothing wrong. You can only do your best with what you're equipped with at any moment, with the tools you have, with the self-awareness you have, with your emotional ability at the time. You can't mess up being you. You can't mess up being you. What you can do is become more self-aware, which is about getting yourself back and getting your power back. You can become more self-aware. You can learn tools, you can get support, you can do trainings, you can do so many things. But in any given moment, you can only do your best with what you're equipped with your past, your stories. We create stories, they create beliefs, and they become part of who we are. So trusting yourself that you did nothing wrong, you did your best, and trusting yourself that actually you'll be fine whatever happens. Whatever happens. The other part of getting your trust back is trusting life. Trusting that what is for you won't go by you. That actually where you're at right now is perfect. Painful, horrible, yucky, agonizing, like torment. But actually, how about it's exactly where you're supposed to be right now? And the next part of getting your trust back is trusting that the right man for you will never want to let you go forever. Now, it doesn't mean that the guy you're sad about right now isn't the right man for you. But he may not feel like he's the right man for you right now. Where he's at in his life and where you're at in your life, you may not be right for each other right now. Doesn't mean in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years that you won't be right for each other. But it's for you now. This is an opportunity for you to grow and to learn. And that is going to give you the best shot, the biggest chance of getting him back. And a woman who trusts life, a woman who trusts herself, a woman who trusts the unfolding of life has a relaxed, leaned back vibe that is magnetic to men. It's that free spirit vibe, and it's not about putting it on. It's just, it's a process, but it's about trusting yourself and trusting life. Now, I've got a fourth bonus step that I just adore. I just adore. And I created this step for myself quite some time ago when I was feeling heartbroken. And I really want to share it with you. This is what I call keeping the light on in the window. This is about when you are feeling gutted and heartbroken. It could be if your partner, long-term partner, is depressed and you feel like they're absent. It could be a relationship or your marriage is kind of broken down and you're just feeling like you are so far apart from each other and the relationship is so far apart from what you really want. And it could be that, as we've been talking about here, that you are heartbroken and you are feeling like there was so much that you wanted in this relationship. So the first thing, the step, getting your power back, was talking about what felt good in the relationship. Did it feel good having someone who you could really laugh with and make plans with? So maybe then you know that humor is so important to you. Did it feel good being with someone who was really affectionate? Did it feel good being with someone who was really steady? What were the things in the relationship that you really, really loved? Then keeping the light on in the window is about, if you can picture a cottage in the country, and it's a cottage in the country, it's dark, dark night, and there's a lantern in the window, a candle in the window. So from far, far away, you can see this light in the window. So keeping the light on in the window isn't keeping the light for one particular man, but it's keeping the light on for your amazing relationship, for your forever guy. Now, this could be the guy that you've just broken up with, and it could be someone else. But what we're doing is keeping the light on in the window for the relationship. And this is amazing because so instead of just giving up and going, oh my God, and shutting down and armoring up your heart and guarding your heart, you're saying, no, I'm keeping my heart open and I'm keeping this light on in the window. I'm keeping the vision of my happy ever after, of what I really want. And this man and this relationship has taught me that I love laughing with someone. I adore laughing with someone. And I love being with someone who's really affectionate. You get to put that in your happy ever after. You get to have that as part of the light in the window. So that, and this is still about being visible. Having the light on in the window is about being visible. And so someone from far away can spot you and can spot that light on and go, that's what I want to. So I hope this has helped. If this has helped, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell and then you get notified when I leave more videos. I've got a free audio training on my website, naomithompson.com. So please do go there and get that. And I would love to read your comments below and let me know if there are any other videos you would love me to do, because I get really inspired by the emails I get, by the requests from my Facebook group, requests on YouTube. So do let me know what you would like to hear. Loads of love to you. Bye-bye.